Paging Milton Friedman how the big minimum wage hike could hurt Illinois workers. Chicago Tribune. A bill speeding through the N expected to land soon on Governor J.B. Pritzker's desk. More than 20 states in 2019 are on course to implement higher minimum wages. Raising the minimum wage. Progressive-leaning lawmakers dominate the legislature. They speak with empathy, but wait, say conservatives who dislike overbearing government and embrace free markets. The minimum wage. You want job creators to abandon Illinois at an even swifter pace? Then pass a minimum. Chicago and Cook County already hiked the minimum wage for businesses within their boundaries. Chicago's minimum, mind you, could have passed and gotten signed into law a statewide minimum wage hike years ago. It has been stuck at, well, just sigh. Illinois business. One example: the owners of Pete's Fresh Market, a grocery chain that started on the south side of Chicago and expanded throughout Cook County, refused to build more stores in the city and county due to the anti-business policies here: high property taxes, minimum wage hikes, a tax on plastic grocery bags, and the misguided launch, and then repeal, of the soda tax are reasons why Pete's is expanding in counties outside of Cook. Illinois elected officials would be wise to consider the advice of the renowned University of Chicago economist Milton Friedman. One of the great mistakes is to judge policies and programs by their intentions rather than their results. We realize that will happen here too. There will be businesses in a high exodus state. Raising the minimum wage is particularly unwise. But if it's inevitable, from subtle policy points to fighting words, our opinions are a click away. And get 4 weeks. Join the discussion on Twitter @ANON. Submit a letter to the editor or email. A bill speeding through the Illinois General Assembly and expected to land soon on Governor J.B. Pritzker's desk. More than 20 states in 2019 are on course to implement higher minimum wages.